What is up, y'all? It is me, Tasha C from the Tasha C Show podcast. I wanted to tell you about Anchor. Now, if you're already a podcaster or you're wanting to go into the world of podcasting, let me tell you about Anchor. Now, this is one of the easiest ways to make a podcast. Number one, it is free. Number two, it's free. Second of all, there are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, y'all. Which right now, I am using my phone through their app in order to record and tell y'all about Anchor. Also, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it's easy. If you want to distribute everything from Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and so forth, and many, many more, you go right ahead and use Anchor, and Anchor will do that all for you. And you can also make, from your podcast, you can make money for it. You don't need a minimum amount of listenership and so forth. And like I said, I mentioned that Anchor is completely free, and it gives you so many creation tools, y'all, and I'm still trying to find out how to use them. So everything you need is in this podcast, okay? So anyway, go ahead and make sure you download the free Anchor app or go to anchorfm.com to get started. Anchor app is both on, the Apple phones and the Androids. So take care again. Choose Anchor. All right. See y'all. Hugs and love. What is up, y'all? It is me, Tasha C, and welcome to the Tasha C Show. Shout out to my YouTube, and both my podcast fans. Hugs and love and all the above. And also, if you're not part of, my podcast fan, and you're liking what you're listening to, go ahead and click that follow button wherever you're listening to, whether it's Anchor, Anchor, Spotify, and so forth. But anyways, and also if you're listening through YouTube, and you're liking what you're listening to, and you want to look at previous videos where I show my lovely face, and in the future I will come back and make some more, show the face face videos. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to get all notifications, and also don't forget to like the video, because it sends more notifications to get it out there on YouTube. But anyway, y'all, I know it's been a minute, not really that long, but it's been a lot that seemed like it happened, y'all. I swear in the last couple weeks that it continues to come as soon as I make a new video, it seems like some new stuff happened. First of all, of course, let me get on to a little rant of a few things that are happening. First, I like to say, damn you, Mercury Retrograde. Go ahead, y'all, look that up. It's like around the time, I think, I forgot exactly what date this month it came in, but it does not end until November the 3rd, which go ahead and vote if you live in the United U.S., you know what I mean? But anyway, Mercury Retrograde really has showed its true colors, because like I said, one of the main things likes to mess with y'all is the damn electronics, contracts, stuff like that. Y'all, the other day, now, I have no shame of me to this. I'm not embarrassed by it. I too currently, even though I'm going for I stay with both still my parents. I'm not gonna lie with that. And so my dad, is very limited to drive, but let's just make a long story short. A few times that I do drive somewhere, which I seldomly do, I went to try to go get some damn food, which my dad asked, can I go get it? And I, since the Rona, who's been up here, and by the way, before I go to the store, y'all, I live in Michigan, and this is the records highest number. The numbers have been going up the past couple of weeks. It's not the second wave, which Rona we already know for a fact is high as hell. And today, when I looked about an hour ago, it is 3,338, and I think about 35 deaths that have occurred. Like I said, Rona is nothing to play. Rona is for everybody. She is that bitch. See, the baddest bitch. That's really the baddest bitch right there is Rona, because she is something else, and it's not taking no prisoners. There's so much go to that, y'all, but that's just a stalker. But anyways, going back to what I was saying, this is why if the few times I do go out, I prefer to get stuff or tell my family, levels, whatever, if you can, try to order through mobile. Because to me, not only, you can sometimes get better deals. And then also too, y'all, I don't know if it's in y'all where y'all live at, but some places they try to tell you if possible to pay with the exact change or pay with card because coincidence Rona has brought a coin shortage, right? So some places anyway be one to pay with change. It also has like less transactions 9 times out of 10. Say you have no choice but to go to the stores to pay with plastic because you do it yourself. You know what I mean? You just swipe yourself. You don't give the person the money. You have to that's kind of like, gets rid of like less contact. Okay. So anyways, I went to go get, it was one of the days there when Taco Bell. Okay. So it was Burger King. And I went, y'all. Now, usually sometimes when I put the money, if it's not already in the bank account, I ain't got that much, y'all. I ain't balling like that right now. Okay. But I went ahead to try to put the money into the account, like direct deposit. So that way it can be, already on the card and I can order the food and pick it up, whatever. Even though some places still be slow as heck, you get your order, they still be missing shit. It's still also, like I said, kind of all eliminate also having to order or, kind of to a certain point. It sometimes is a good advantage. Second advantage is having less time. But anyway, y'all, I ain't being sponsored like that. I'm in one of these food places like, yeah, if you order by me, tell Tasha C sent you. So anyway, so I went, y'all, to the first, I had to drop off my, the AT&T U-Birds boxes because they were messing up, which I forgot this other little box that came with the thing, but hopefully they don't ask for it back. And I didn't know that's after delivering back. But my dad had boxes, even though I'm still out of a TV at the moment. And I wouldn't buy one anyway right now, even if I had the extra cash, because like I said, Mercury Retrograde is nothing to play with. Okay. So y'all, I went and dropped boxes off. I was like, okay, I go to bank to go get the, order to get the food. I went to follow Google, listen to Google and her stuff, Siri, Sister Sarah. Sarah up here got me to where one of the bank supposed to be at. Missed that. So I'm like, okay, go to the next one. Next one, damn near, y'all, I'm not going to say it's a forest area, but y'all, like, it was like a metro, like say, city area that you're out of and stuff like that. When the streets start to become one side one way, you going right, the other going, left, whatever, that type of streets. So when I got direction, I finally got a city area, y'all. I went to the ATM. And it turns out that the damn car, because I had to get a new car, because like I said, I had a dispute with this fake ass company, jewelry company that was having like a promotion, and what they do is wait a couple of days to try to charge you $50 for the dispute. So they gave me a new card, and I even activated everything, right? Thinking, okay, now I know they sent me like a mandatory PIN number, but they said the car was already activated, and I put the PIN number of my choice in there. And when I tried to put it in, y'all, it was like, oh, wrong PIN number. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm way out yonder. Came out here. And so I Google back the directions, get back to the one, back to the area where I don't too live far away and know where the hell I'm going at, where I would say, been before, okay, once. And so I got Google back to that area. Like, this is really the third attempt of trying to go somewhere. Because like I said, first Google had me looking for somewhere that was not there. Talking about go, keep going straight, turn right, and it was not there. And then they telling me it was just too much. I was like, let me just go to the next one because Google Maps is confused. I went ahead and went down to the area to another one that I knew was at Thank God, Grace of God. It went past the old school I graduated from. The college, university, whatever, that's when I knew I was in the right area once I seen stuff familiar. And then I got to the other bank, where I have another bank account at. I tried to put the money there, y'all, and it kept saying it couldn't read the money, even though the bills are crisp. There's nothing wrong with it, the bills. So I'm like, I know I would have to put money back possibly in the other account, which I originally tried to put it into, that it wouldn't accept because, it'd be negative. I ain't gonna lie, negative balance, shoot. So anyway, I was just like, I'm gonna have to do that because I even had to go back in line. It wasn't nobody there anyway, but then it'd be like one car that came up at a couple times. So at least about 7-8 times, y'all. I tried. I even put the money in because because it was like at least 7 different bills. And then I said, maybe I had to put one together. Maybe it's like one bad in a bunch. It wouldn't even set the bill apart. It kept reading and said it wouldn't misread. And I was like, I was just here last week. Why is it saying can't read the bills, y'all? Then I tried at least 30 to 40 minutes. I even moved from different areas. Probably around 40, 50 minutes. I didn't even pay attention. It took me at least 40 minutes to order from Burger King, because when I get to the regular screen, which has been several times I have ordered from the Burger King app, the damn thing would not. It kept like the screen to go to find a particular item, the screen would go white and I had to restart again. I even uninstalled the Burger King app and put it back on there, y'all. And then I finally was able to, I was just like, oh my gosh. But at least I was able to get everything, even get a free drink or waiting. I mean, the lady that was up there, that got my order was like, turn, okay, come up to the window, please. Was very nice. I was just like, oh my gosh. And speaking of regret, y'all, on Tuesday, I had to call back again about this damn bed situation, because the lady that, like I said, if y'all have listened to the previous podcast about trying to get refunded for these beds that, they either one didn't appear at all, the other one canceled the order. Just even cancel the order has been a problem. Even me speaking to several, regardless how many people I spoke to with, it was never processed, the apartment with Sam's Club. The Citra or whatever mattress department, it's just been a problem. And even if I would have gotten to bed, I still would have been in bed damn near almost 3 damn months. And we refused to bed, whatever. And then it was somebody claiming they tried to call, which is weird because, my family members still have 2 landline phones. They had them before I was even thought of even brought here. Okay, I think they had them when they were either going together or before they met, because they were together 5 years when they got married, and 2 more years later, really about 3 years later, came moi. Okay. So anyway, like I said, this person did stop emailing me, just like I talked about Juvia's place. Like, I don't think I'll be ordering them only because they never, gave me back my order. I never got a response, even though I tried email again about a missing order where I got only 1 pallet. I don't care how much was on sale. At the point, I'm supposed to have 5 pallets and I only get 1. And then the person, I responded to them. They never responded back again. And I tried a couple more times and emailed them several times. So I'm like, F them. I know I've got several problems with them, but forget it. I'm good. There are plenty of other companies that have good, high colors, vibrant colors and stuff like that. That's good. Okay. They don't want my business no more. Okay. They'll survive. They'll still be making moves off this, but I'm just saying, personally, I wouldn't mess with them no more. Just like the other company, I finally got my package in, so it's 2 more orders, y'all, that I'm supposed to get. I'm still going there occasionally to see people that are still complaining about, I ordered in August, I ordered this, where's my order and stuff like that. And they're supposed to be sending people gift cards, so I'll see if they come to other orders. I'll probably get the other ones around Christmas or January of next year. So, but like I said, this woman claimed that last week, she was waiting my credit card information, whatever. And, she was thinking it was a debit card, but like I said, she kept on saying, I was like, okay, you can call me. Oh, I don't need to talk to you. You could just tell me, blah, 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 order. And I explained the situation, explain the staying order, just credit, it's just a number change. Oh, my wording was wrong, blah, blah. I was like, okay, well, it is the same account. Never received a response from her, right? And then it wasn't until the beginning of this week, around Tuesday, something, she come tomorrow. Oh, can I call? Oh, I can call at 2. What the hell are you talking about? We had a full conversation on and off, and then she never responded again. I emailed her. No, I don't think I emailed her specifically yet. But she again was saying, oh, can I call you again? So I'm like, what is she talking about? Because she claimed like she can't call, even though the head is not called, and we never received calls from them. The same company, this apartment. I first tried a live chat, and they said I could only call the people. So I was like, I was having problems, but I went ahead and called them again. And the lady said they never had canceled. I spoke to a lady Tuesday on the 20th, October 20th. And she's like, it should be on the card back with 312 say. So, keeping our fingers crossed they'll be, okay, in business days. And 2 more days straight, this woman kept trying to email me again, saying the same thing. Oh, I can call you on this day. I call you this. And I was like, what the hell? I ain't got time for this. So we just go look between 2 to 3 business days started out the day. We're just going to be safe the day afterwards and see if it's on a card. If not, I have to go through that whole thing again. Because I was up here, y'all, I think, watching Twitch and everything. Because, I'm up here waiting, and you call like not in the morning. It takes forever to speak to somebody, at least about 45 minutes to an hour, something minimum. So, but in the call was barely less than 2 minutes. It was just giving her the item number, who's calling, and just taking it from there. But anyway, y'all, that's the end of my fantastic week. So, other than that, I had fun about Sister's house yesterday. I went to go visit her. But anyways, yesterday, this is how people get sick. Because yesterday was about 72 something degrees, and today is barely like 50, late 40s or high 50. That's how people get sick. Okay, let me continue on. Now, y'all, it's a lot of stuff going on here. First of all, I'd like to say, besides in SARS, which is already another horrific thing that is going on, and Congo and all these areas in the motherland, and all these issues that are happening, that there's so much that could be said there. There's been a lot of it's been stuff, and it hasn't been stuff on, of course, the internet. So I'm gonna go as much stuff as I can to feel like it. It may not be like a long podcast, but I do not know yet, but we're gonna go, because a lot of stuff I've saved, and bookmarked. Some of the stuff is not even there, so just give me a minute, y'all. Of course, here. Now, there's been some controversy about, say, the Birkins comment. I use an expensive ass purse. I guess it's one of those things you pay for the main. Y'all, back in the day, y'all, the in purse to have, which even in cost as much as Birkin, ain't Birkin like, buying a house and a down payment on paying like about 90% of like most cars? Ain't about that much. A Birkin bag, you're not even paying. I mean, it's plain as hell to me. Consider how expensive it is. I know it's probably like you get it more so because it's the principle of getting the thing, but back in the day, I could have sworn the purse to have was Coach. Okay, sometimes Dooney, Birkin, I think, but that was the main purse to get was like Coach. Okay. And now we got like a lot of people, like I don't see Birkins, but still the it purses as far as now is Michael Kors. Okay. Still have Michael Kors, but still, but I mean, of course, you always had expensive, like the Gucci, Chanel's and all this stuff. But these Birkins, so I guess Sweetie was talking about, the man ain't paying your bills but back. And I think she got in the song too. I haven't heard of that. I actually like Sweetie. Okay. She also calls a Quavo, I don't say this name wrong, y'all. Of the Migos and stuff like that, rap creator and so forth. And I think they've been getting over like 2-something years now. And people been talking about what she was saying. I was like, I watched it, but it was like she was saying so fast and the music was in the background. I couldn't even say, but I guess it's like, man, don't pay your bills, whatever. And Safari, which, if people want to know, I mean, he's a rapper, I guess, allegedly he wrote, some of Nicki Minaj stuff, and he was with Nicki Minaj about 13 years and stuff. And he's currently married to Erica Mena, and they have a daughter, and he has a stepson, which is Erica son from a previous relationship. And interesting enough, Safari said this. He was like, which is up debating. How do you feel about this? Birkins are for serious relationships, not a talk. Give me attention. We went out for 5 dates gift. Put that into work and you get a Birkin. Put no work in your ass is going to Burlington. Birkin coat factories sometimes have the good stuff. I haven't been there in years, but Burlington coat factories like have discounted coats and other like accessories and stuff. If y'all know like where TJ Maxx and stuff like that used to be. That's the thing of the debate. But it is like Birkin, like what I meant to say, Birkin is a very expensive ass bag. So should that be, actually, thought of as, like a award of a purse? Like, I mean, personally to me, and no, I ain't about to say it out there that I don't want one, because if I think some man, I probably wants to give me that's not. I'm just like, I don't need a Birkin bag. That is too expensive for me personally to put on a purse. Okay, but that's not cheap. Y'all want Birkin bags? Y'all love whatever Gucci and Chanel. Not to say they're not nice. I just don't. That's just me, maybe I seem a little bit frugal at times. I'm just like, well, I mean, that bag, how small they is, consider how much they cost. no, I'm good. But it's like, even then, not everybody still got Birkin money just to spend on some damn purse that if you buy, I don't know if it's lifetime long leather, but it's just like, okay, what is the purpose of this again? What is special about this purse to be costing that damn much? I mean, it's all right, but whatever. Anyway, speaking of that, Terrence Howard is actually, this is from Legend of T's 2002 page. Terrence Howard sues 20th Century Fox for pimped empire with my hustle and flow. Now, this, before I even begin reading what Lovely T, shout out to her, says, she also has a podcast as well. Lovely T also has a podcast, and she's been YouTube for years and branches out where she has a beauty line like CBTC. I think she still sells like her teas and stuff like that as well, and of course merchandise and stuff. But I would like to question, like, when I used to watch Empire when it was good, the first couple seasons, and this logo has been used the whole time, except like if y'all ever watch Empire, one of the sons, I don't know if this is considered spoiler alert, when he took over Empire for a second, they used his logo, and you always seen the logo, like that would be the intro. You hear the little piano key chords, and then you see the Empire logo, which has Tahar's face. And so I'm questioning, considering that he was the main character of this damn show, would want to sue now, which shows like we are in a time where some people, it's okay, blessings that you get your money, or sometimes even get it better or find them ideas, but a lot of people's bags or wallets or coin purses have been affected. Have been affected by Rona. Like I said, Rona is the baddest witch, and I don't mean that in a good way. Okay, now he all of a sudden is suing. I'm thinking, like, if you had a problem using your image, which is like, which you're the main character, what was the problem with the image? It had nothing to do with show where it was being derogatory statement. And on top of that, this is a character that he played. And if he had problems with it when he read the script, why would he say something now? But the fact is, didn't he say something like time doesn't exist or something like, I don't know what it was. But let's get on to the statement. Terrence Howard claims he's getting hustled by 20th Century Fox for using his likeness and hustle to promote empires, and now he's suing the studio. Okay, does he want more money for his image being used with that show, which has been erased, whatever, because it's been a hot ass mess, like at least about 60% of the darn show's season, and even they would have had the proper series finale, would people still give a fuck? Okay, anyway. Terrence, who played Lucius Lyon in all the 6 seasons of Empire, just filed a lawsuit claiming 26th Century Fox gave him the runaround when asked how it came up with the Empire logo, since he never sat down for the photo shoot. Okay, so is he one of those actors that does not watch the show or having his loved ones to watch, his work, what he does? I mean, not to say, that's not possible. I know sometimes, a lot of stuff I upload, sometimes I go over it, sometimes I don't, but I it's not all the time. I do sometimes listen or watch back to play back the stuff that I do. But anyways, in the docs, Terrence said he ultimately determined the image was taken from the hustle flow where it's how are him being recorded in the studio. Okay, again, I'm kind of confused about why is this a problem. But anyway, let's continue. According to the documents, Terrence said that the steel frame was selected reverse face, looking left, not right. It's subject to a CGI that simply distilled the cinematographer's skill capture of the head with vibrant light to shadow to make the Empire logo. Terrence is upset that he says he would have gotten paid by Paramount, the studio behind Hustle Flow, if 20th Century's got a proper license to use his image from the movie. He is suing for damages once counting of all the Empire merch using the logo. Oh my gosh. The thing is that you realizing it now, whatever. Like I said, it just seems like it's being done because, it's been how many years now? I could have sworn Empire came out 2014 or 2015, my rear premiere. It's one of those times. I know it's been at least either about 5-6 years ago. And for him to be the main character, and even if he had like a part where he, like gave somebody back a potato chips for 2 seconds, you mean to tell me you did not see that the logo is and you kind of were losing like certain money, or it was not discussed? It just like, it's a hot ass mess and stuff for him not to say anything. I mean, was he expecting a certain amount of more money was supposed to come here for somewhere? But we had to remember, like, Lee Dell's owed it, Damon Dash, who's already a problematic person as is. Remember, he owed him $2 million or something. Then David Dash came to one of his concerts, something like this, some concert he was at, was it Diana Ross or something like that? I remember it was like a year before last, something like that. But anyway, y'all, I'm just saying is, if it was like he was expecting, it's the question mark is it occurring when the show has already premiered and has left. Okay, this ain't something where it should have been something discussed after he's reading, they're filming, and he starts to see the logo. Or, if they didn't see the people, because I don't know about the film industry, like nothing like that. So even if they did not see the work or you see the playback into the first episode, that's something he should have looked at right then and there, as far as like where the logo questioned it. So whatever, this is ridiculous. So it's like, let me go find a reason to try to find some money somewhere else. And I don't think it's Empire gonna be picked up a certification. I say certification. Yeah, I'll be chopping up words and shit. Certification. Repeat. Is it gonna be picked up for that? Maybe this week's looking for that too. But I haven't, besides that, have we heard like Terrence Howard anything recently? Even Taji Henson, she about to get a spinoff. Is anybody really? I'm not trying to be shady or nothing like that. But is Terrence Howard, like, has anybody been looking? I think he used to sing. He's an artist as well, music artist. Has he been doing anything else that's been bringing money in instead of money being stagnant and coming in, or has been going out? I haven't been hearing nothing lately about it. So it seems like an attempt of really trying to scrape, y'all, say you like something, whatever, and you love it, but you're trying to get your money's worth. Say, for example, you might have a bottle of shampoo and you wash your hair at home, or some type of hair care product, and you're trying to get the last of it. You're trying to dap, the rest of the shampoo, even though that little spot ain't even worth getting. Or it's the same, you're trying to get the toothpaste, or if you want to compare it to certain food, you're trying to scrape to the last. Okay, I'm just like, this is some complete bullshit, but okay, let's see if you're able to get something. And Lovely T again, I'm looking at her. Miss Robbie breaks her silence, and this is from, her shows, The Sweetie Pies, and also for her restaurants. And, she was also a singer. She was the IGEX of Tina Turner's, which she, I guess, which she's no longer living, and we all, this demonic son, like, it's been a lot of death in Miss Roberts' actually family, and it's just really sad to turn out that her son, who has this demonic ass smile, it ain't even just a regular smirk, y'all. He is showing teeth, like he is showing that he using the Colgate or Crest whitening system, smile, which is completely disturbing. And, she breaks her silence, and Tim Norman is really trying to say, guilty plea. So anyway, it said last week, welcome to Sweetie Pies, Tim Morton pled not guilty to conspiring to murder his nephew, Andre Montgomery, for insurance money. Well, it looks like Tim's mother, Miss Robbie, is ready to break her silence after the plea. In a post on Instagram, Miss Robbie thanked her fans for their prayer supports. Any thoughts? So there's a post that she's doing the love sign, and she got her mask on, and Miss Robbie is still, you can tell it's one of her restaurants, because she got on, the chef, hat, like the look like a cross between like the button the chef have, and her apron on and her blouse. So she's still working. I was surprised I haven't seen it, because I follow Miss Robbie on Instagram. Okay, but it says Miss Robbie said, I truly appreciate all the love, prayers, calls, and messages and support of my family I received from y'all. May God bless you all. So I mean, just putting in prayers, because that's a lot for her to handle. And the fact is, her only, because she only had 2 children. Her first son was killed, and only for, I don't know if her other son that was killed several years ago, who also is Tim's nephew, his father that was killed. I don't know if that was the only child they have, but that is just really disgusting and disturbing. And I wonder, Janae, I wonder is now with everything going on, is she at least allowing her son to see Mrs. Robbie? Because if she's so concerned about Tim Norton and everything else, he in jail, he locked up, okay? He gonna be there for some years, for a lifetime, the way it's looking. Not 9.9 out of 10 looking, okay? But it's really sad, but to give her strength, and not only she having strength, but she's still working. She's still working at her restaurants. God bless her. So it is just sad that Miss Robbie is healing, because that is a lot of trauma. And even for the fact that not only losing her grandson, but to find out your baby killed, killed, murked, had your grandson murked. That is some sick ass stuff. Now, another thing from Lovely T is Aubrey O'Day. Now, she used to be, besides pretty, one of the singers of the group. What is it, Dante Kane of singer? One of the wasn't like Diddy's one of making the band shows, whatever. And she, now looks plastic. Let's keep it real. She's unrecognizable where she came out at first. And she used to be having an affair with one of Donald, Colt 45 sons, whatever, right? Right. And she, here we go with a message that I'm going to talk about with some of the stuff she said. Because she said she had some tea, whatever. She had some, I guess, some scorching hot tea, you burn, get, second degree burns, whatever tea. But let's get on. Audrey O'Day, who had an affair with Donald Trump Jr., made a number of claims about the Trump family, accused Donald Jr. of hating his father and being aggressive towards staffs on a private plane. That's the baby that Matilda, Matinee, whatever, in Colt 45 have, The reality television personality also claims that Ivanka, I can never get her name right, who's married to Jared Kushner, is a lesbian, and that Eric had sex with former Miss USA winner while he was dating now wife Laura. Thursday night, the third and final presidential day, saw Donald Trump and Joe Biden go head-to-head the last time as the election day looms. Dun, dun, dun. Let's get here and see what she said. While we're at it, this is from Twitter. It doesn't exactly say the date, but it's during the debate. So it said if she was warned that she was going to give us some tea. Here she goes. I have texts of Don Jr. tell me what a little shit asshole Barron is. Damn. Oh gosh. What are they making it seem like? He's a spawned statement, or if they do the all-minute remake of it, he can play it as himself. That they were on the private jet and Barron did not like his food, so he threw the plate across the plane at the attendant. None of these people are innocent of being assholes and liars. So Trump has now lowered this debate to trashing family. Don Jr. hates his father. Ivanka is a lesbian on the low. Eric fucked Miss Universe on the which one? Miss Universe on an apprentice boardroom table with his now wife. Well, how does she know this information? Did he send her a tape? Was she filming it? Was she in the room? Was she part of the threesome? How would she know, exactly the information? Or unless she's going by the word of word. Or was she one of those, she was one of those side chicks that was around the family and stuff, not just the fair, but some people be bringing their side chicks or whatever around the whole family. So I don't know, but I'm just like, well, damn. I mean, well, I mean, she, like I said, wow. But it's interesting. Somebody did bring a comment that, it's weird that she didn't say anything personally about Melina. It's her former staff member / friends was up this thing, stuff about what she was saying, whatever. But anyways, if you think it's a sign of bitterness, is she trying to prove a point? I wonder why. Okay. From BF Daily, I know this is wrong, but this said former Zach Randolph was hit with divorce papers from his wife, Fane Drake, months after he tweeted and deleted, "I married a hoe." He claims his account was hacked. Swipe up all the stories. Like, what the hell? People be trying it. But anyway, I was talking about this, I think, in my last podcast. that Zachary Ty Bryan, if y'all remember the show Home Improvement, which was kind of like a comedy show based on Tim Allen, and he was married with 3 kids, there were 3 sons, and Zachary Ty Bryan played the oldest. I did used to watch the show, more so like syndication and some of the new ones, but I did used to watch the show. I even watched the series finale, okay, when he finally his name popped out when we seen his, the lower bottom rest of his face from, the nose down, okay. Like I said, I watched the last show. But anyway, here's what is current. Like, Zachary Ty has been putting hands on his girlfriend. So he was arrested again. He was tied with Tim Norton. I don't think they in the same jail, so I didn't read about that, nothing like that. But he also had a sinister look on his face and stuff, I'm like, what is up with these people throwing hands? But anyway, Zachary Ty Bryan was hit with 2 felonies and alleged attack on girlfriend. Here again is from Lovely T. Zachary Ty Bryan beat the hell out of his girlfriend over missing phone charging cables, at least according to her, and prosecutors heard enough to charge him with felonies. The Home Improvement star was charged with strangulation and coercion, both felonies plus 6 misdemeanors for the alleged violence that went down last weekend in Eugene, Oregon. Zachary's girlfriend told cops he woke her up, pulled her out of bed by her hair, and started beating on her, all while shouting obscenities about missing phone charges, according to the police documents. She told cops Zachary had become physically abusive towards her in the last month, and it reached its head last Friday when he allegedly punched and slapped her in the head and face multiple times. That is horrible. She also claims he choked her to the point that she thought she was going to suffocate and put his knees, oh my gosh, in the back of her neck. According to cops, the woman said she broke free and dialed 911, but he disconnected the line. She claims he was standing next to her while dispatchers called back. While police arrived, and also said he noticed blood, swelling, bruises, and alleged victim, and the cops claimed Zachary was embarrassed about what happened, other than accusing her of trying to take him down because he was breaking up with her. Now, I also heard, wasn't he hiding somewhere to try to get away from the cop? But that is really messed up. And I kind of wondered when she said, I don't know how long she was going with this man, but sometimes, in most cases, not all, that when it's abusive relationship, even if it's not automatically like instantly it becomes abusive, it works its way up to it. Sometimes you say signs like it may be something being said or whatever. Being said, or start saying like questionable stuff or warnings or certain like erratic behavior, or, get angry real quickly or something like that. But it's kind of messed up, and hopefully, I doubt it, but if it's a rare case, he does like get out and stuff, that she keeps her ass away from him. And he need, if he up there beating what his ass need to be in clink. But it's kind of messed up because just like a lot of what also with Love T says, Hollywood has done a number of these child stars. I sometimes look at comments, sometimes. But it is true that it's sad. Like there's a lot of things that's going on with, that's not the first time we heard about it. But y'all, the thing with we equivalent sometimes child stars, excuse me, y'all, is that sometimes a lot of them are not the same anymore. And what I mean is, I'm not talking about growth. Some of them, they go through so much, and some of them the grace of God, or positive vibes, that they just are able to move on and move forward, even if they went through, because we all have went through some things and have different journeys and so forth. But some people, they get so they can never leave out of it, and then it becomes an ongoing cycle of darknesses, or going through so much where they're going through it or unfortunately taking out on others. And that is such a sad topic. And it's just you have to think about it. If if her ass allows people to film more, whatever, and so forth, if they do movies, whatever, do you think, and I was part of do you think also it should be a requirement for child actors, to have maybe a child psychologist to make sure they're okay. They automatically see very like filming to make sure they're okay. Because Mary and Drew Barrymore, it's 6 months, they're giving her China White and stuff when she was like, 12 or 13 years old? They be turning out and messing with these babies, just messing them up and stuff. And, Britney Spears, we see unfortunately how that child's doing. But I'm just saying should not be a rite of passage to sexualize or make this child or daughter sexualize these kids. Okay? So it's just sad. It's fucked to be up there putting hands on this woman as is. And I'm not trying to justify that what he wanted as a child is the reason why she's doing this. But it's like, this is, it's just messed up all the way around. Because it's asking me to jail, despite regardless what he wanted his childhood or whatever he got turned out in Hollywood, that does not give him a right to put hands on this woman. Okay? But it's just sad to keep hearing stories about these, we see these cute and cuddly stars from these darn movies, and they sit here looking like looking like from what is the Exodus, like a character like that. And remember, she was a child star. She went through a lot. The woman who played in the Exodus, remember? Okay. Now, Young Buck, who used to be a part of when 50 Cent had his group, Gene Union and so forth. He was like along with Lloyd Banks and who's the other dude? I'm about to say accidentally G-Dep. That's total different record label. Okay. I can't get the other guy. So seductive. I can't get the other guy. It probably won't come up, but I always remember Lloyd Banks and Young Buck and the game, which kind of he left at the really one album. But it was, I can't get the other guy because he didn't stand out or wasn't with much long. But Young Buck, after all the stuff, whatever, his girlfriend fired a gun during an altercation. So let's see what's going on here again with Lovely T. Young Buck might have dodged a bullet, literally more ways than one. His girlfriend was arrested by cops after allegedly firing a gun while having a domestic dispute with him. The G-Unit rapper and his girlfriend were involved in a domestic incident Tuesday at a home in Tennessee. That's originally he's from, okay. At some point, she allegedly picked up a firearm and let off a few rounds. The image captured by someone who says they witnessed the incident appears to show Young Buck's girlfriend pointing a gun towards his truck at the foot of the driveway. It's unclear anyone was struck by the gunfire where the girlfriend was aiming. She allegedly arrested and booked for a reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. Ooh, that's a messy situation right here. But Young Buck, to me, it's messed up. Has Young Buck ever had any luck at all? And I'm not trying to rhyme or anything on purpose, but Young Buck ever, for years, I never heard like a positive story about him. Have y'all? Have we heard anything about Young Buck? I remember Young Buck, and honestly, a couple months ago, I'll be watching his videos sometimes too. Trey, not Trey Mo. I watch him too. He's funny, so he does comedy skits and stuff. Trey Mo. I'm going right to, if y'all hear this click, I'm going to Google Trey King. And he does like informative videos about like stuff that be in the news and stuff, whatever, a lot of times. And he was talking about Young Buck, I think, either at the beginning of this year or last year, asking for Martin's group, can every one of his followers give him $1? And it's because it wasn't because it was like for anything to donate to a charity organization, whatever. It's just that I never hear stories about Young Buck, and a couple years ago was controversy that he was with a transgender woman and stuff like that. And it's just I never heard anything about him. And remember the incident with 50 Cent was having recording him crying on the phone because he owed 50 cents about quite some money back or whatever. So it's just I haven't heard him basically been able to bounce back. Oh God, I'm just probably gonna get stuff together. But anyways, I'm going through here, okay, to look at some stories. And, okay, also, from the Shade Room, VH1, and Tiffany Parr, by the way, has been looking like the glow up in the past couple years. It's been amazing, whatever years. Okay, VH1 announces I Love New York Union special with Tiffany New York Parley, Vivica Fawcett to host. Now, she was the stars. Now, this is back in the day, like what about at least 15 something years ago. This is where reality series, you had the competition and stuff like Flavor of Love set it off as far as like competition and certain reality shows when reality became like a part of normal, as normal shows around TV, right? And she was set star where she was, a couple of seasons Flavor of Love, had I Know New York, and was on other shows. And I think she's with Brunch with Tiffany's now. And recently, when she talks to different celebrities, they're usually shows that I think had to do with VH1, and she sits and talks to them about 15 to 20 minutes and stuff like that. I watched a couple of shows on her. I think they're on YouTube. I mean, they're quite beautiful. Okay. But anyway, it says this. Okay. TSR staff, Daniel J. Period 16. Roommates. If you've been waiting to revisit an iconic mid-20s reality show, I Love New York, you're in luck. VH1 has officially confirmed that a reunion special of I Love New York is on the way with Tiffany Parr's reliving some of the show's most memorable moments. Revealing, or is that what I meant to say? According to page 6, Tiffany New York Parley is getting back with original reality TV roots with a special dedicated to her legendary spin-off series I Love New York. VH1 recently announced that a one-time reunion special about the companion series to Flavor of Love is coming just in time for the holidays. Vivica A. Fox is step 2's host, I Love New York Reunited, which is said to bring Tia Parr back together with some of her favorite contestants to revisit the show's greatest moments, break down the biggest heartbreaks, and dive into how the cast member lives have evolved through the years. I Love New York Reunited is set to air in November. Click on link to read more. And I just wanted to say this, she, just also shows Zeus, which is supposed to be like popular with some of these shows like Joseph. I was about to say her name, Jocelyn Beck. I mean, Jocelyn has made a show, Black China, with controversy with her shows, where, it's been popular in the past year about, like another streaming network that has their reality shows, but no limits. I think there's no cut, it's full custom with no blank, blank words or nothing, okay? Just everything. But anyways, there's a show where Chance came back, and I remember his brother that was actually two. Rio and Chance, they also had their own spin-off. Now, Garrett Rio has, I think, passed away. No, not I think. I just don't know exactly how many years it was. He passed away with his battle with cancer, blood cancer, as always. It's still Pinktober, by the way, pink for Breast Care Awareness Month. But also, he died of cancer. And Real Chance, like I said, had their own show. So now Chance is like, he had a show. Now Tiffany also supposed to be on that show as well. Jay Lee's Corner is also is actually reviewing the show. I don't know, it's a hot ass mess, so I'll just watch her reviews. And I keep forgetting, y'all, only because my sis has made 2 videos. Nini's Kitchen, it will be in the description box below. It should be also, in the description box of the podcast and on YouTube. To subscribe to her channel, like and support her videos. Hope she will be in the future. I'm gonna put in the air, make more videos. Okay. I still have Scare Ebbie reviews. Also check her channel, JS Reacts, and her other beauty channel or channels as well. So go subscribe to her as well. And let's continue. Now, y'all, if I see one more damn thing about the Ring Around the Rosie, and this was actually a comment that I said when I looked at your lovely tea. Now, we still do not know. It is the unsolved mystery of this damn thing with Meg Thee Stallion being shot. And, Tory Lanez got on earlier on live and did like a 30-minute live, whatever, right? I did not watch the full thing. I watched it in parts, whatever, right? And he still is kind of saying a Ring Around the Rosie too. Now, he should just wait for the court case and not say anything about what needs to be said. But he still has not said, y'all. Out of all things, he said, like, if you were shot in the foot, your fragments here would be here and here and S, Y, and Z, D, just what other people are saying. But the one thing he has not said is that whether he has shot at her foot or not. Okay? So, my whole thing is like, if he's not saying anything. He just up here ring around a Rosie and stuff like that. And by the way, I did see, and let me look again, Now, they were trying to say Kehlani, I be getting her name wrong, the singer and stuff, who also had the show that's, I think, been playing on the radio. I don't know if it's playing on the radio a lot where y'all living at, but the song Can I, right? And when she get her luck version, and also the underrated singer JoJo, they have songs with Tory Lanez, but Kehlani said when she made the deluxe Malone on, she's not having Tory Lanez on there because of what he did. And then JoJo is like the same way, okay? Now, somebody had noticed that she was unfollowing folks, whatever, and they were saying, like, she unfollowed Meg Thee Stallion. It must be because of, maybe when she got this more information, which is nothing but ring around the rosy, y'all, that she ain't following her, right? And this damn shame, y'all, we've been trying to retire this whole damn situation since last year? I meant to say last month. It feel like a whole damn year. And yeah, she's still following her now because she said she was going to change, like unfollow people, start over. But I've been seeing, even I just looked y'all right on Instagram because I'm already on here anyway, that she's still following Meg. They cool, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But, people were trying to make a big deal and put a correlation between them two. But like I said, Tory Lanez basically saying the same stuff, claiming he didn't even say he did do it. Now he just saying it wouldn't have been if this way such and such and such and such, such and such, such and such, such and such. I'm like, you don't take this ring around the rosy ass shit somewhere else, okay? I'll get to her in a minute because I'm up here down. But speaking of that, one thing I want to point to is this here is Kelsey Nicole. That is who's in the car allegedly was also a Meg Thee Stallion's former best friend. And she did a video, y'all. She just said, this is all I have to say. Because this is all she said. Well, people, you have to be loyal in some days and, here and, it's nighttime. And, here when some people are not loyal, whatever, it's about, it's about staying loyal and staying high and, keeping your eyes on the prize and stuff and getting that bag pretty much. I'm making up stuff and I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what she said. She said nothing. It's the same damn stuff. Did you sleep with Tory Lanez? Because that was supposed to be legislating why a man got mad and spazzed out because it's rumors allegedly, all cap. I'm not saying cap like they be saying new word. That's new word for like no lie. Or cap means lie or whatever. I mean, cap's all words. Like, allegedly, that's what Meg was mad about. Allegedly, it was him flirting with Kyle Jenner. And it looked like recently she might have got back with her action figure man and the father of a child, Travis Scott. Okay, they were taking some picture together. And, recently, like, advertised with some expensive app company, clothing company or whatever. And, but it was, they were at the pool and inside pool, and allegedly Meg was supposed to be mad that he was flirting with, Kyle Jr., and it was allegedly she found out that he's been sleeping with her former best friend, whatever, right? It's a bunch of allegedly, or see what happened was without actually having any proof. So here's one of the things that, she also said in a post, which I'm looking at the shade room right now. Kelsey Cronin. Somebody said this, K. Lil J, 55,000. Is it true that you were in the back of the seat letting Tory make out with you? When Meg got mad and he defended himself through a shot, which I don't know how he defended himself with a shot because if he has a gun, and even if Meg is at least about 2 feet taller than the leprechaun Tory Lanez, I can't stand that people keep trying to say to justify that Tory Lanez was defending himself, by shooting her. Even continue, and you're not talking because you were trying to get that money, get the dollar sign with Tory, but kept the life with Meg. Is it true or false? No, it ain't true. MF true. What? Again, like I said, it's just. Like I said, if I want to be in circles, I can spin around a circle and get dizzy. I can, like I said, draw circles or watch somebody draw circles. That's also it. Trace some. Or I can listen to that old school classic, You Got Me Going in Circles. That may not be the actual title, but you know what I mean. A couple choices. I don't want to keep hearing people talk in circles and code, and that's what even makes it like, this doesn't make any damn sense. Something happened, nobody's seen that happens, and also Tory Lanez had to say, you and I know what's going on. Apparently, y'all don't. And Megs responds to Tory Lanez 30-minute live and how he's lost people and stuff like that. And, talking about his quarantine radio and all this other stuff. He also had, like I said, ranted about that a little bit. And, oh my God, oh my mom. I think one of those type of comments, right? And, Megs responds like, this nigga is cray-cray. Okay? But anyway, y'all. Like I said, it's just, again, holes in the story. And speaking of that, now Kehlani was also in Brian Taylor's, I have listened to most of the album Anniversary. He finally came out with third album, and I like this set. It kind of reminds me of like a grown up version of Trap Soul, his first album. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't listened to the second album that much. I probably had to listen again, but I do personally I like the Anniversary album so far. Most of the tracks I've heard. And so there was two pictures that Kehlani had. He still go with his girl who is a famous model and has a little daughter. He has two little girls. He has one from a previous relationship, and he has a new little girl. She's almost she's walking around. She's adorable, and I follow his girl too, whatever. And it's just like, and people have brought it up again. Kehlani always, it seems like she always just explain her damn self. Yeah, he goes with Kendra, and so she had a picture, like two-side pictures, and this is, like I said, Kehlani always had to explain herself at the same time. I mean, she's talented in every damn thing, but it's always like, this is questionable because the pictures that she's showing, even if they are from a video, because I've not watched or seen the video, y'all, they do look like they'd be questionable, like there's some chemistry there, okay? And here's Kehlani, to one of my dearest friends, matching tattoos, years worth of stories, nights of dying laughing, holding each other down in the roughest times. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for being solid. Always forever music video out now. Or maybe she might have did this as a way to give attention to the video. But it could, you can't give this a side eye if you've seen the post. Okay? I don't know if it's still, because I follow Kehlani, I don't know if this is still her page. And then she put it in her story time part. If y'all know what Instagram is, it's like a temporary thing. You can post I think you can sometimes, you can save it as well. And I think that's the highlight part is, but it's, just another area to post, but it can be temporary. She said this, I post lengthy captions about all my friends. You would have to follow me to know that. Lengthy posts where their albums drop, birthdays, collabs, them, etc. It's just me. But blessed cheers, going back into the cuts. New features dropping tonight with blocks. Okay. But anyway, I'm just like, okay. Okay. Oh, this is the same thing when she's talking about the fax receipt, whatever. Oh, this is also with more about the Audrey O'Day. This time it's a little more sacred. And then this is her basically texting Audrey O'Day. It's not about my family or your family. It's about your family. Points to the American people. Talk about your country, Mr. President. And she's like this, while we're at it, I have texts about telling me, okay, that's what she's still talking about. The family. So she feels some type of way. But, I'm going back here. Sullivan Walker, again, in her stories, is broken up with London on the track again. They've been on, about 2 years or something like that, and they broke up a couple times. I mean, it's known to happen sometimes. You will break up with somebody. But, again, I don't know if this is temporary. I don't know if this is permanent. But, if you had to keep breaking up with everybody several times, it may not be meant to be together, okay? Usually 9 times out of 10 that's a side talk. But here's what she says on the stories. Her name is Galactahor on Instagram. I don't follow her, but she's like officially single. This is on the Shade Root too. Eventually you have to give some type of fuck about yourself. It's the bare minimum for me. And then the third one is like a throw up emoji. So, whew. Anyways, y'all. Let's just hope that's growth. I knew this was going to be long, y'all. So I'll get back to my next subject in a couple of minutes, whatever. But anyways, y'all, I forgot to mention, y'all, it's October the 24th. I can't believe October is almost done and over with. And next Saturday will be, a Halloween, the last day of this month. Interesting. Okay, y'all, we are back. And let me get back to the rest of the stories, Okay. Well, I'm going back through my tabs. Oh, by the way, again, from the Backward Coast OG, Natalie Lynn and Tanisha Thomas, which I follow Tanisha Thomas, are still going back and forth with this stuff about supposed to be a Black Girls Club reunion, only friends, and they still going back and forth, y'all. And for example, in the Shade Room, I'm so fucking tight about how many times I was tried this week. Tanisha Thomas, you did this, you MFing ass wench, a wretch or whatever. How many bags your dumb blind ass fumble? How fucking many? Tanisha had to go off, clear something of the mind. Here, getting some more text from 2 days ago between her and Natalie Lynn. Here we go as another song that continues. Here's on Tanisha Thomas' page, which I do follow her as well. And I didn't see these. Shaking my effing head. After all, you want to bring my son into this? Okay, now Natalie might get her ass beat. I post the other Natalie's back the fuck up now. Now, just to bring this into, I already brought up about the Instagram creator of Smith by Flash, who had made a page about that post by Natalie Nunn, and he's been a couple of comments still saying "Mom, me the fucking money." So she's still finessing stuff. He paid her to boost and promo her page, and she still hasn't paid him yet. So there's another thing too. It's still some BS. So anyway, here's what the post between I don't know who's who. Okay, to Natalie, don't worry about anything but resting, getting better. Maybe that's what Tanisha Thomas is saying with a heart emoji. And this was December 24th, 9:22 p.m. Sis, I wanted to tell you thank you so much for checking on me. I love you so much. I know Jake and I are still not 100%. We're still feeling better. Thank you for all your well wishes of checking on me, and I'm here and being here for me. I forever love you. And that might be Tanisha Thomas. She has a son, and Natalie has a daughter. Okay. Anytime, babes. Oh my God. So happy you're feeling so much better. You scare me, but I had to save face and push you to fight the journey. And here we have there was something here. Okay. I don't know whose hell's comment. Stock capping, damn well they didn't call, and if they did, it wouldn't be about a suit because we all about it. Oh, that's what now that 40K isn't enough for reduction, boo. You just started counting. Here's Tanisha Chopper sent at Natalie Lynn. You're right, we're completely different. Where you at, I don't live anymore. I evolved, Natalie, and everything I have to do makes sense. It just has resonated with me where I'm at now. I told you previously we could have multiple bags together, but your ego won't allow it. It's a piece of you, and you probably be your downfall. Besides, stealing most people's money and people paying for service that you ain't paying for. That's my part, not what she's saying. Say what you want about me, but I've always been consistent and real to you. Your selfish and narcissistic ways continuously cloud your better judgment. They don't take you seriously, Natalie. They never did and never will. Imagine feeling bad because your dumbass ego can't even come together for a dual project. We had to bring professional sports like it's like watching Colt 45 in Office. I said this before. Okay. And production, we don't even need them anymore. Since I think this is what Natalie Nunn said, but they chopped this off. But this is Natalie Pump part. We don't need them anymore, sis. It's 2020. Entrepreneurs are a growing thing, girl. I'm an entrepreneur. You're not. Besides, take me to so you sit and wait for the auction to come and give you what you think is some money. 20K, whatever they be doing is while a big group of us are making amazing show better than what auctions ever had done, and finally making all the money. Again, no hard feelings. I was cool keeping off this line, this offline, but I text you. You said, let's have a regular phone call, no live. You said, no, let's go live. So you continue to be auction's house nigga, and got that scratch out. And this big group will be ending 2020 with an amazing project with some real fucking money. And tell auction I got the email. 20K doesn't even pay for my first class flight to Dubai. That you claimed that your live last night I will be going and running off with these girls' money. well, the first time I read about that, like, sis, you're dead wrong. Still no bad blood. Let me know your booking fee so we can surely pay you to come to next week. We already got that back for you if you need it. By the way, I forgot to mention, Torley's also mentioned that even though he run around, even though Megas made his accusation, he's still with friends. That's a big question mark too. But anyway, y'all, I forgot to mention that earlier. Okay, they're still going back and forth. Fox, sour grapes. And this is stuff that I'm surprised to bring this back up, but I thought they were going to bring up that they said something about Natalie Lynn said something about their sons. But anyway, let's bring a negative thing. I hope they can get that resolved or whatever, because it's just going back and forth through Twitter and Instagram. That I'll still be following Tanisha Thomas. Okay, these twin girls, these two black girls, whatever, I just want to say quick, this was on Because of Them Instagram page, October 20th by B.O. Because of Them, staff, 22nd. These twins graduated from high school as valedictorians and salutatorians. Now they're graduating at the top of their tutorial class. I just wanted to say this real quick. A positive story here and there. A pair of Texas twins are choice that excellence runs in the family. In 2010, the sisters graduated high school's valedictorian and salutatorian. I'm getting that last word. Now they're set to do it again. Yes, these are graduating this December with their second master's in clinical nutrition and their doctor's degrees in chiropractic medicine, nabbing valedictorian and salutatorian honors for the second time. Go on, girls. LaTanya and LaToya, that twin LaToya and that twin Tanya, are remarkable to say the least. Whereas most twins usually forge separate paths to some point in time, Tanya and Toya have stuck together, blazing a two-way street of their own. After high school, the pair continued their academic careers together. They went to the same college, shared a dorm room. I mean, that's fantastic. At least they got to share with somebody they like and love, and got their bachelor's and master's in sports management from UT Austin and continued Park University together. Their mother, Gary Harris, took to social media to share how proud she and her husband are of their daughter, saying, "We honored to be their parents." That is just fantastic. For the sisters, it just seemed logical that they stick together, something that they say they always done naturally. We don't recall a time we haven't liked the same things. Our parents always left the decision to us. They always wanted us to do what we wanted, and they never forced us to do anything the same. We both agree we wouldn't change anything about their journey because we understand God's plan it to happen exactly as is, even if we didn't. The twins told Because of Them we can. Both women said they didn't necessarily tend to choose the same schools. They based the decision off the suggestion of a mentor, but were okay with whether they were together or apart. There were very few schools offering degrees of chiropractic medicine, which led them to attend the same school. The best thing about staying together for the Harris twins is the support they receive from each other. Aw, your best friend comes to work with you every day. We are more efficient because we know what each other is thinking. We can look at each other and know what the other one said. That is black girls. That is black girl. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, ladies. I mean, they ain't girls. But I mean, ladies, that is just beautiful, y'all. I can't. That is just so lovely, y'all. Ain't it just spectacular? But anyway, y'all. I'm trying to go to this is one of the stories, and I think I'm going to end with the Ryan Henry saga still. I think it's finally ended. But it's a little bit more that is here. And this, I've been seeing this on my timeline a couple times. But this is from tglivecast.com. Instagram page, y'all. And I'm like, this is the problem with keeping things under the rug or don't say nothing, keep silent because of shit like this. This is a woman's whore. It's a black lady, and this is some shit that is Jerry Springer material made / some tabloid made / some circus. This is some fucks up ass backwardness. I realized my husband was my dad. Let's read this, shall we? Her name is Wonder Woman. Okay, here we go. Woman's hoard. I realized my husband was my dad. As a child, Valerie was brought up by her maternal grandparents who raised her as their own. Then when she was 8 or 9, Valerie was told that Christine, the family friend, quote, quote, who often visits, was actually biological mother. Here we go again. Like, you don't know, y'all, that's the first time I heard it, where some people be raised, don't know who their relatives are, or they might be cousins, but really sisters, or they think it is their sister or brother, and it's really their dad, and they had them at 12 or some shit, just this other stuff, but let me continue, or, some stuff, it carries on, just, oh my gosh. She got pregnant, this biological mom, at 15, but no one ever talked about Valerie, who her dad was. When Christine died in 1984, Valerie lost the chance to ask her mom who her father was. After her first marriage broke down, Valerie fell in love and married a man named Percy. He was a good provider, and we had a good life, Valerie said. Yeah, when Percy, 60, died in 1998, Valerie was devastated to lose her hubby and the stepfather to 3 of her children. Okay, well, she didn't have any kids by him, okay. Of her 3 children, okay, except for her children, but what she did realize was some of her family had been hiding a dark secret. This is dark, the sad, sweet, daily, disgusting, continue. 6 years later, her uncle told Valerie the truth. Percy wasn't just her husband, he was in fact her father. Now, everybody, why would they not tell this woman when she started bringing around or wanting the approval or blessing whatever to marry this man? They didn't say shit. That's what I'm saying, is this that culture, that third thing, or that ritual, whatever, about keeping stuff under the damn rug. Like, stuff like this, you don't know who your relative is, if there's molestation, violate, whatever, somebody cray, they've been hiding dead bodies under the damn, under the backyard, shit like that for years, and the family knew about it, somebody likes to hump the darn carpet, stuff like that. There's certain things do need to be said, and this is, whew. Okay, continue. A DNA test sample from Percy's hairbrush confirmed astounding paternity claims. Valerie isn't sure Percy was aware that he was her dad. I don't know if he ever knew it or not, she admits. That conversation didn't come up. Valerie hopes the story will help others survive a traumatic experience. Everybody dealt a hand, and it's not always good, and it's not always bad. But if you live that hand God gave you, it's going to be alright, she says. It's just really sad and messed up that didn't say anything. What if she would have had kids or try to have kids by him? Oh gosh, there's so many words, y'all. That is really the messed up thing. They only showing a picture of the lady, so I don't know what her husband / her dad look like as far as, but that is completely messed up and disturbing on so many levels. Okay, also, this is another comment I got from the Gossip Twins on the Instagram. Another comment of Casey, a beg the status former friend, also said, again, another world in circles, but I felt like just putting this in just for the heck of it. She said this: somebody for Terrace Castry at her late. Never let a nigga come between your friendship with your best friend. A nigga's not going to let you come between him him and his best friend, no cap. This is interesting because I'm about to go into this, and she's like this: that's law. Again, no. We playing ring around Rosie, y'all, on this mess. So anyway, before I get into that, y'all, this whole scars thing. Now, interesting enough, I know that's another subject, but there was people now. Beyonce had made, the musical came out this summer. It was like a music visual album called Black is King, and where she used some artists that from including they're from Africa, and I think on junior artists as part of the project. So, there was a lady that was saying that that why she's not speaking up, for the SARS thing, whatever, like that would. That would actually be, why is she not saying anything? And, about it. Like, it would really help. Even though, okay, yes, she can use a platform. Of course, she is not just a celebrity. To some people, even though people shouldn't be doing that, have dignity, consider a god herself. Like I said, the artist, she had made a video, and she even was also who actually worked with Beyonce, one of the people that worked the project, because there's so much going on. Even though it's interesting, because it's like, I know she can say so much, but Beyonce has power. Don't get me wrong. But if she, if her, that would be a whole other ball game. If what she says, is able to like change the whole government corruption, and these people, if they're abusing their power, also there's some people positions and robbing and killing people and so forth. I could go on, but you know what I mean. But she had to come out and one Lovey T says at 2:00, like and basically say this. But but it's truth though. It is like she basically gotta say this comment. So I'm about to go to this again and then go to another story. We'll probably not time staying with the Ryan here, but let's go here. So here's what Lovey T says again. Breaking news: Beyonce's called out of bed at 1 a.m. to release a statement about the SARS situation in Nigeria. I'm sure the conflict will now cease. Even though there's a DJ Switch who's at Lovey T, because Lovey T is Nigerian, and she's saying that this woman is on the background. She's on like with protests. They got to dodge bullets. I think the government put a hit on her to every darn thing. They're shooting and killing and torturing protesters about people getting sick of things. They had to break into these storage units, and they hiding all these donations, money from people, food and everything supposed to be donated people due to the fact we got run out here. It's so many levels. Okay, now. I just pray for the whole country as a whole because of so much mess. But anyway, please read my previous post about Beyonce. That's her name. Talk about Savage situation. Just pray for the country. Just pray for just pray for over the world and send positive vibes because there's so much mess that is happening, y'all. Okay. Here's what Beyonce says, because Beyonce's usually silent about what she's gonna do. You gonna do it, even if it's an album, whatever she's gonna do. If she's gonna do it, she's gonna do it. But here she said, I am heartbroken to see the senseless brutality taking place in Nigeria. There has to be end to scars. By the way, Ashley Miller says when she goes to her, if you actually go to page, she didn't just announce before this. She's actually brought up before, and she's about to come up with part 2 of her Park Ivory, athletic clothing line. I think it's coming to the end of this month. But anyway, y'all, we have to be working on partnerships with youth organizations to support those protesters for change. We are collaborating with coalitions to provide emergency health care and food and shelter. Our Nigerian sisters and brothers, we stand with you. Please be at Beyonce.com to show this organization support your support. And y'all, I haven't went to the website set it yet, but y'all, if y'all want to go Beyonce to see what organizations to help as well, if you want to go here as well. And look at this. Yeah, so there was some people that were questioning, why she hasn't said anything about it. That's messed up, but it's not the first time that is happening. But anyways, I didn't bring this up, but I'm going to bring up also Sada Baby. Also because the fact is, Sada Baby is an artist from Detroit. I'm from Detroit, okay, born and raised in Detroit as well. And I've recently heard about Sada Baby. He got this big beard. He usually have these locks, these locks are like ripping his hair. He's known for doing sometimes these dad moves, making these catchy rap tunes. The first time I actually heard about this dude, honestly, was the song called Block Party about 2 to 3 something years ago. Something like that. Yeah, it was about 2 something years ago. And that's when he kind of up. But he was still kind of underrated. But recently, they have been viral, but they're doing a dance called Whole Lot of Choppers. And also, Nicki Minaj, who, still the rap game, she's up there, taking the hill and take care of her little baby boy. Okay. That she gave birth to a couple weeks ago. I think almost on the same day. Not too long ago, Usher had a baby as well. And Eniko Hart, who is Kevin Hart's wife, recently had their baby on the same year, not too far away from each other. And Latoya Luckett, she had her baby, was this month or last month, as well. She had her second baby, wrestler as well. But anyways, y'all, like I said, back to Sada Baby. Now, Sada Baby, like I said, has been popular. And also, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, that so Activated is a bop. It's another so-called Sly. He do be making hits, whatever. I do like him. I don't listen to him all the time. But, in the age of, there are people who are willing to do research sometime on the most interesting things. Now, we can look at this from one angle, because we go by these tweets, and you know how people be sometimes digging tweets or Instagram posts, and you need to be careful, y'all. If y'all become famous, something like that, or just because, be careful what you put down. And if you can, start deleting the stuff, because there are such things as caching screenshot. It is so easy for people to do it, okay? And save stuff. So they found some tweets, some disturbing tweets, from about, 10 something years ago, right? Now, I don't know how this is going to affect his career, because there's some people, like I said, they're okay with women getting shot and trying to make examples and justifying it, whatever. They may take him back with what he said, even though he said some disturbing shit, even if it was 10 years ago. I'm going by this, but this is on the Shade Room. Okay. After some old treaties with Sherman, Sada Baby issued apology, reassured that who he is today is not the same person he was back then, and he's a different person of views. Now, based on how the way this sounds, y'all, this may be like this may be possibly some old, like, I'm trying to save my my career, so first I didn't give a darn, and now all of a sudden I'm gonna pretend like I, basically trying to save face, like a PR move, okay? Or they like, you gotta issue apology. Okay, so here's one of his tweets that was in actually October the 3rd, 2011, from a BlackBerry, so it's been a long time ago. So this is he's around 20, he says 27 years old now, and this is around the time he was like 17 years old, so he was a kid, even though, but times changed. But here's some of the stuff he said. I want to slip a rupee and rape her ass all night. Oh, he hates dark-skinned people, which is in 2017, 2011. Here's another list, which was also, I think, I forgot to say this. Like, okay, here's, I think, on December 12th, 2010. Shaking my head at being I'm just, rhymes with bad, starts with should be illegal. January the 1st, 2011, 18th, he hates, rags. Here's one on, also April 2011. Fuck, bags. I'm running with that. January, I said, bitch, I'm ducking on your bag ass daddy. Okay, this is also on September the 5th, 2011. After Neo is a bag if I ever seen one before. Here's also one where, this one I think is kind of common, because this is on Instagram, I think, because I don't follow him on there, whatever, right? And he's like, he has, the location was San Francisco, California, right? And this is something recent. Now, the other ones were like stuff in past before, and he also said like, F and fuck Beyonce, something like that. I can't stand, or something like that. It's like, what the hell is he talking about? I'm trying to see right here, does it have it on there? Because they posted most of the things, but the tweets or whatever, I don't know. It was something, like I said, it was something else, whatever. So, okay. So, anyways, like I said, so he said a comment about even Beyonce. Like, Beyonce just mind her own business. They actually had it on there, but I was trying to put it on there about like the whole, like the whole lot of choppers thing, and I'm trying to see what in the world. I'm trying to see. There was a text she even came for Beyonce. Now I was surprised I didn't put that thing in. But I don't know why it's not on here, but whatever. But yeah. So that remix could have helped him, but I don't know how much his career is going to go considering that. So let's go back to what he said in terms of like responding to this. But this is recent. This one on Instagram. Already woke, time to get back to work. He's in California, right, with the gorilla emoji. And this is a little Nas X promote the remix ninja, and it's not the verified icon, so the damn thing is not verified. But even though it's a fan page, this is recent, so this ain't something like he talking about he changed. He's still in his views of who he thinks, like saying this derogatory statements about gay dudes. That's what he said. Suck my dick, bag it. I'm gonna say maggot ass fan page. And here he says in the stories, y'all can find any old tweet in the world from me. I don't care. I'm not logged to my Twitter and haven't been for months. And he got a left emoji in the shrug emoji afterwards. So he didn't care about the impact of this. And like I said, well, that comment they said about the remix, the picture that he has, that's him as a grown ass man. That's him right now. So about him like saying that comedy is no, you still feel the same way. And here he saw them at for your FYI, I saw the records run my Twitter. So y'all tweeting them and not me, laughing emojis. I don't have Twitter app on my phone. Y'all gotta understand, everybody removed from who they is. I'm fucked up in the head because that's how I was raised. God and my grandma only just as I care for. So he's like justifying what he says. First he says like 1 minute, I ain't trying bad, but it's like a little confusing thing. 1 minute is like, okay, his managers run his ass. I don't know how long he been rapping, so maybe he was rapping as a teenager and had management then as well, 10 some years ago. But it's kind of like he's just kind of brushed it off, like, what were you even coming at these people for or whatever? But you also said derogatory statement. Are they still running his page? But he admitted he did say that, because then all of a sudden he was like, had a little Instagram players, he decided to pray his fuck up anybody that hurt my bad gorilla, and ain't written statements off on whoop whoop sincerely, because he even had to explain, that how he kind of talked was not like coming at people. He worked with homosexuals all the time. He got a black ass brother, whatever. I mean, this is exactly his terms, whatever, right? Even though I have a brown skinned sister, if I was a colorist, for example, me trying to justify, because I have a brown skin or sister, means that that's supposed to sit there and be like that. Okay, it's me saying derogatory statements like nigga, whatever. Go the heck up, whatever the case is. I don't know how this gonna affect his career, but I'm just like shaking my head like, man, bro, like, you gotta realize like that's some fucked up shit that you said and the way you behave. You talking about raping, you colorist, you talking about homophobic statement, colorist statements, women's safety statements, kind of. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like, like I said, that is some jacked up shit. Okay, but how y'all feel about this? Do you think this gonna affect career? I'm just looking at him like, you gonna lose some supporters and stuff, bro, with this, okay? And I ain't trying to justify that. If he would have just apologized once the tweets came up and wasn't still talking derogatory statements right now, the statement he said is he's still running that. And if his team is up here still saying derogatory statements, then he need to fire them and do it himself or shut down the page or whatever, bro, because that's some fucked up shit. Okay, that's all I gotta say is, do better, grow better, okay? Now, here, I did not know, because Ashley Miller, go check out channel. I've been watching her since, 2014 reviews and other stuff for recaps. Now, she used to be cool with Tamar Braxton, they kind of fell out. She was also cool with Kevin from the Scorpion Show, and I think she's, rekindled, she's cool with them. They, buried the hatchet. Well, she's the ones who doesn't, always lose friends and all this other stuff, most of the time, right? But I was talking about again, with Tamar Braxton and kind of against her family is, the lady, she does need help. Okay, she's a very talented artist and so forth. But the problem is that she really does need help and so forth. I don't know. I mean, I do have a bachelor's in psychology. I don't know if she suffers bipolar or some type of personality disorder or something, or has fixed delusional denial, the tuning out thing, projecting. But there is a lot of hurt there and depression and so forth. And last week I was telling y'all how she's finna that damn predator ass, no good clout chasing ass, devilish David, I want to call his ass. Now, and all of a sudden, here's another thing. The conflicts, now she gets WeTv again, even though she chose to film with this folks on top of that. Then I also know that she was the one who came with the idea to bring this reality show to WeTv. And then on top of that, I heard she unfollows or they unfollow. It just really is a mess. Like I said, it needs family restoration, healing, and her feeling, y'all. It's just a hot ass mess. But here we go again. And like I said, it's Ashley Miller, because the way she was talking was as if, they taking permission, they're still filming about stuff about her, even though consider what she went through, and they're not respecting her wishes and stuff like that. Blase. And I didn't know at first, because Ashley Miller, like I said, is humble, cool as hell. She even bring this up. So I didn't know it was her. But here's the thing. Now, Ashley was like, wait, WeTv was acquiring Braxton Family's values when Tamar was going through it, and they still using it for ratings after she voiced her issues with them. This is crazy. Wow, I just saw wow. And Tamar actually responded to Ashley on Twitter saying this, or it's Instagram, whatever, which one it was, one of these, popular social media outlets. No, pumpkin, they wasn't. It's all restaged for TV. That's my fucking issue. Remember, WeTv said we are parted ways in August. I'm no longer employed by them, and they're still using my hurt to make a coin. What show talked about cast members? And then she was saying here, the rest of the story you're going to catch on Wednesday. It's just wild, and everyone has their chance to tell the stories about me. And when I want to tell my own how I choose and how I choose to tell my own, I'm called crazy, crazy unstable. So bizarre. And then here she said, also another statement. After waking up to the discussion trailer, fuck WeTv and whoever else is participating using my pain for pleasure and ratings. Is she talking about her whole family? I don't think she even following mama again. Is she following mama? Don't miss my exclusive tell-all on my girl Tamar Hall's show next week. And some point this abuse has to stop. Now that was also the reason why supposedly she, because this is from the Jasmine brand, gotta cite them sources, y'all. Okay. This was the reason, supposedly, based on David and that weird-ass 911 call, someone almost making it by himself, was saying the reason why she tried to take her life was... Okay, sorry, y'all. She was trying to take her life was because of basically this network stressing her out, even though it's like she's self-sabotaging her damn self. So, sad enough, whatever, it's like, again, it's like delusional. First of all, like I said, she was still filming with Best Bar Values, and better yet, she's a part of her sister's life. Now, they even brought up, now the brother who comes every 5 years on the show, and we haven't seen, when his daughter, which I did not die of a drug overdose, it could be something said about that, the fact that she was mentioned, whether it was on her show or about on a family show. Okay, and that was also brought on social media. That's the same as him talking about, why they bring up my daughter's name and blah, 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 blah. And unfortunately, God rest the young lady's soul. But it's her like almost saying, in a way, it's like, again, she's acting like, they talking about old cast members, it's like, she was still on the show. Now, she may not be starting to film it then, and she doesn't know. Does she know today? Does she know for a fact if they were re-editing and showing how they took the fact, unfortunately, of a tragic, traumatic time of what she was going through? And again, it's just like, it's like not trying to take accountability and like against it, where it's like, in a way, now she's trying to say, oh, everybody else is the enemy. I'm not. You're at fault. But I have no fault. It's just really messed up, or everybody is against her. Except David. Now all of a sudden David's like such a good guy. And it's really this, I'm just praying for this woman to get help and stuff like that. Shout out to Ashley Miller for a treat bio. And I'm not gonna bring this up because this damn Brian hair story, I'm up here. I knew I was gonna talk a long time over what I was talking about. But anyway, y'all, before I finish my last story for my podcast, again, I want to talk about the damn Ryan Harry thing, y'all. It's still some more, but now the girl, we would say the baby mama, whatever you want to call it, she's up here now talking about basically her side of the story. Now, she brought up, and it was like I said, I swear it was after my ass finished actually finished doing my last podcast and uploading it. I ended up y'all, the black hair came out, right? Bad Hair is supposed to be on Hulu, right? And it's got Usher, Lena Wilfay and stuff like that in there. It's supposed to be like it looked like a black horror film with black like comedy, dark comedy type of horror film. I may check that out. I don't know. I watched it because I'm scared. And condolences to Carrie Price for passing of her mother, Claudia Price North. Before I go there, Kelly Price, phenomenal singer stuff. This morning it passed her beloved mother, Claudia Price North, who transitioned in her heavenly phone for October the 18th. I think her mother, I could have sworn, was suffering from actually from cancer, because I know her ex mother-in-law also had has suffered from, cancer. Now, also, why it seemed like I have all these damn stories, whatever. I wasn't trying to go past 2 hours. Now, I also wanted to bring back where, like I said, it's like a back and forth thing where the Ryan Harry story. I may make another podcast, y'all, also back to back, because it's a lot of stuff, and I can talk for days. Now, I obviously bookmarked too much stuff because I'm up here sitting here trying to look for the damn Brian Harry thing. Now, I know damn well, okay, thank you. I was finna say, I hope they did not take this stuff off of here. Now, Ryan Harry's best friend's child. They said best friend's child mother from Shade Room. They made it say child's mother's Nina spits out and speaks alleged abuse from Anthony Lindsay, says responsible for sleeping around, because she's basically saying, I just at the time, but so she's trying to justify, and I mean, it's a fucked up thing if Anthony did put hands on her, but it's kind of like trying to justify if he did abuse her to sleep with Ryan. I didn't care who I heard or didn't hurt, and I still need people apologize this, and I knew it was wrong, blah blah blah. Probably after the 4th, 5th, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th time, and so forth. Even though she said first 6 months were okay in the relationship and went down here for there, they were only together 3 months. I mean, they were on and off, I guess, get 3 years, but it's just that it's just to be her justification for it. She wanted to come out with her story and so forth, and so she was up here just saying this, but she wants to claim that she was abused. And then Anthony Lindsay also got online and disputes the domestic violence claims, and he said, made by the mother of his child, Nina, who slept with his best friend Ryan Henry. Now, he was also saying, now, people from Chicago know, that's not true. I'm the one who did the report. And he's also saying this. So, now, this is her texting, not to justify anything, not to say that he, hopefully she's not lying. Hopefully she's not intentionally lying. But it's weird, her response, if she texts this. Now, this is a blue note. This is from her, Nina Marie. And here's Anthony's response. This is one of his things on the Instagram. I haven't followed Nina or Anthony. I'm still following Ryan Henry at the moment. But here's what he says. Well, the fact that you talked to him, I can't talk to you. But also, she said she met Ryan Henry through Anthony afterwards. They were friends. She didn't, that's what she meant, whatever, He was a cry to shoulder and a dick to ride on. Okay, anyway, let me finish. This was it. I don't talk to him anymore. I simply answer his question. There's no more reaching out. For what? What good does it do for me? We discussed it, you and what to do to fix it. That's it. But I'll easily block him if that makes you more comfortable. Like I said, I'm willing to do whatever, make things right. Even if it's just a little bit, only a little bit right. Look, when I wake up and go to sleep thinking about this shit and I'm living in guilt. I wish I could hug you and comfort you, but I can't because this is all my fault and I should have known better. Even if it's true my feelings are valid right now, this is not easy for me either and I don't know what to do. I'm just so sorry. Okay, but I'm not trying to justify downplay how she says if he was unfortunately doing that. But I'm and then she got these couple things showing the bruises and stuff. But he said she was one of those people who gives a violent joke, she's the one that's abusing, okay? And he showed a video that she looked like she was drunk, he had to, wake her up because she was that, out of it and stuff like that for being drunk, one of those angry drunks, whatever. And Anthony Lindsay has one more thing to say concerning the mother of his child. And he's like, these are her words, and let's continue. He's he's responds, her sure. And here's more of her alleging her words, pleading for his thing. Anthony, you didn't do anything to deserve this. There's no emphasization of excuse. This was really, really a fucked up thing I did. All I could do is apologize to you every chance I get and try to do whatever I can, wherever I can to try to make it right. I don't know if there's anything I can ever make things right, but I'm willing to try however many times it takes. I'm going to, y'all, she's saying whatever to say. It seemed like we're saying the same thing. Remember that part of Jay-Z face? She was out of that. I'm going to say that. That's kind of like I feel like saying it. I'm going to see a therapist. Her name is Judy Fonda. She is located in Scarborough and might take my insurance. She's looking into it as of this morning. I have a lot of demons and I dealt with a lot of things I've done through and I don't think I ever told you about. I'm just now beginning to face them and it's been emotional for me. You'll never know or understand how sorry I am. I don't know why I don't know why I never stopped it. Cause you like the dick. Okay, I don't know why we kept going. Cause you like the dick. I don't know. I know it's affected everyone just as much as your life won't be the same. Neither will mine. And it's something I've got to live with, which is very well deserved. And here's like the statement said, police reported the other day, her crazy ass was fine mean. It shows me as a victim, and I refuse to press charges. I refuse to even post this back then. Go look it up. And she was knocked out. He was not aboard, passed in. Again, a volunteer fought me. And then usually plays the victim. And here's a statement they blanked out. Event summary. Yes. And it's the victim. It says Ebbie lenses, and they blank out certain information. And it shows the date of this is July 2015 to 30th. Anthony were mutual combatants in a domestic dispute over money. While the facts of this are somewhat dispute, both were agreed that blank possessed Bubba possessed a bag of hash browns at Anthony in a fit of rage. Anthony claims that he reacted and projected by extending his hand to block and inadvertently struck. They got a lot of stuff in reporting continued. Repeating rage, and Anthony claims he was using his hand to brace as he drove home to avoid crashing the car, and it blanked out some information, reported domestic violence. So, and then she's up here saying, because the other day was like domestic violence day, and let me see if I have time to read some of the stuff her response. But it does contradict, she's begging him for forgiveness and stuff like that. But at the same time, she's also was sitting here talking about now. Is it okay if he did put hands on her? But it's just saying as if he was spinning himself. It just don't need to be around each other. The whole best co-parenting for them, whatever. I don't know Ryan him meant to repair on to the friendship, but it's just jacked up what he did. But unfortunately, Ryan is talented, is fine as hell. And he will get through this, I guess, so forth. But it just shows, y'all, be cautious if you want to be his best friend. Because he got stuff he need to work on too, but he remember trying to justify his depression means he got to dig down, this female disability here, with some of his problem. Not to justify he don't have depression and don't mean that, because he does need it, because he just the traumatization of what happened with his poor sister and his niece that was killed by that bitch ass dude that she was going with, is enough right there. And him blaming fault like he's the reason why she's not alive today. It's stuff he does need to work on. And especially how he reacts with people. Because if he's willing to self-sabotage his relations with folk, he do need to get that worked out. But I'm just going to read it. She decided beginning this year I was going to touch on some fears I'm going through in our domestic violence awareness month. But with everything else that's been transpired true. And then she's saying here, the mass manipulator, blah, blah, blah. And this here. And she's just talking. And because I'm about to go through 6 months Camilla Bliss. And she basically is written down what she was saying. What she said in the video clips, which are on the Shade Room, on the same thing. And it's just really jacked up. Because in a way, if she's the best part, she's justifying, because she was in an abusive relationship, that she slept with the best friend. And continues to sleep with his former best friend and brother and the godson of their child that she has with Anthony. But it's just what? Just they need to get one woosah and move on from that. I mean, it's easier said than done, but I haven't heard anything recently left that she has not, at least they haven't put her on Shade Room. They have not said anything else about, did she say, try to bunk or say that ain't true that I'm begging you and I'm going to this right now, Google Maps, where my ass gonna be and shit like that. I haven't heard that. So, that's all I gotta say. But anyway, y'all, I know this is a long ass podcast, and I'm probably gonna make one more, at least 1 more, 2 more before the end of this damn month is over with. And it seems like it's always something happens, even in the midst of Rona being out there, shit still happens. But anyway, God bless, hugs and love, take care, and I will definitely see y'all very soon. But y'all be all right now, and I will see y'all in the next one. Take care, and that's it. Enjoy the rest of this weekend and stuff. Stay safe, and I was trying to give a better intro. I was trying to come up with a better slogan, y'all. But anyway, y'all, I am out. Finally.